Hey, what is up, guys? This is COB. Welcome back to the free-to-play account. And well, wait a minute, what is this? No way, he's not been pumping cash into this. Oh crap. Matthew's on to us, man. So that was a recent comment from Matthew in our comment section on a free-to-play CVC video that we did on this very account right here. It received like 1 like, probably from Matthew himself. And I don't really make a habit, man, of spotlighting negative comments on the videos and people being all, being all sulky and stuff. But I kind of took that comment as a compliment from Mr. Matthew. And so I just wanted to, first of all, I don't know what I did on my free-to-play account for anybody to suspect that I've been spending on this free-to-play account. More than anything, I think it's kind of funny. I think I take it as a compliment, like I say. But I thought, you know what, why not turn it into a video opportunity where I'm going to be covering the 3 things that I'm doing differently on this free-to-play account to get me ahead on this free-to-play account in ways that I've never quite done before on my other free-to-play accounts in the past. Because this free-to-play account is going great. Thing number 1 is spending. I'm kidding. I shouldn't even joke about it. Obviously, I'm not spending on my free-to-play account. I think any experienced player inside of Raid can look at this account and say, yeah, this is a 5-month-old account. Honestly, it's not doing that great. Most people could probably do better than what I'm doing right now. What I will say is I do feel like I'm doing a very, very good job of keeping a good source of legendary tomes piling in on this account. I think I'm doing a great job at just choosing what champions to level up and to rank up next on this account. And a couple of other things as well, man. So we're going to be covering all of that, man. 3 rules for insane progress on free-to-play accounts. If you're going to play along with my free-to-play account, my free-to-play adventure, then why not start off a new Raid account right now on laptop or PC? You got to click on that link down below at the top of the video description box, man, and use that link to create your new Raid Shadow Legends account to get your hands on Basilius Varanus as a free starter legendary champion. He will pop up in your account's inbox as soon as you are done with the tutorial on that new account. If he doesn't, it hasn't worked. You probably used a mobile device. That's by far the biggest issue that people have. Use laptop or PC if you're using this beginner link down below, man, to create your new Raid account, man. I swear, it's a great beginner link. It's going to get you off to a crazy, crazy good start. So actual tip number 1, Matthew, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ! Come back, Matthew!
Rule number 1 is never ever miss a farmable event on your free-to-play account that awards a legendary skill tome. Why did I click on my events? It's a bloody tournament. There's a champion training tournament going on right now inside of this game that awards a legendary book for 12,000 points. I'm willing to sink 1,000 gems into this if I have to, man. I don't give a damn. You get maybe like 3 or 4 of these per month, okay? Like these events where you can farm a legendary book. It might be towards the ends of a champion training event. Right here is actually part of the footage from the video that Mr. Matthew himself commented on, where it was like a CVC video, and there was a champ training event going on. Dude, I had focused the hell out of this champ training event. Again, I put like 400 gems into this sucker, man, to get that legendary book. And so it is so bloody important that you are hard focusing on these events, right? At the expense of other events as well. Spider Tournament, I've barely touched it on my free-to-play account, as you can see. The Dungeon Divers event, okay, that just ended the other day. Oh, I can't click it anymore. God damn it. It's gone from the history. I nearly finished the Dungeon Divers event from blasting campaign 12.3 doing champion training, dude. That's how serious I am about smashing the hell out of champ training, right? I save my energy for this, blah, blah, blah. Whenever these events that have a legendary book pop on up, you have to clear them, right? This tip also ties into CVC as well. Your legendary books, I never spend a bloody legendary book outside of a personal reward CVC. I save these for 30 days at a time. Once every 28 days when a personal reward CVC begins, that's the only time I'm ever spending my legendary books, right? And so that might also give the impression that, oh my god, how does he have so many legendary books in the free-to-play account? Blah, blah, blah. Every time I watch one of his CVC videos, he's spending 8 or 9 legendary books on the free-to-play account. How is that possible, you know? And I think most Raid players will know and understand that, yeah, you're just saving your legendary books for the personal reward CVC, but a beginner might not realize that, you know? A beginner might think, oh, well, I'm spending my books during every CVC, or maybe I'm spending some of my books during champion training tournaments to get some free champion training points, which is usually not that recommended. I'm very, very strict with when I spend my legendary tomes, but most of all, I'm just making sure I'm picking up legendary tomes whenever I bloody well can. And if you haven't watched a video of mine on the channel covering how to max your points during champion training and stuff like that, and why we're spending our brews like this into our food champions and into our 3-star food champions just to get like free tournament points during a champion training tournament, then you can go watch one of those videos, right? Just type COB Raid champ training. I'm sure it'll come up on YouTube. But I'm a sweat lord as well. That's another thing that you got to understand, right? I am sweaty when it comes to farming points in these champ training events on the free-to-play account, man. the commitment and the dedication, the hours that go into this free-to-play account surpass that of the main account, because there's a lot of things in the main account I can do because I spend on the main account, and I have crap load of brews, crap load of resources, crap load of chickens. I can get through champion training real easy on the main account. Free-to-play account, as soon as I'm below like 40 brews of every type, I start panicking a little bit. I can no longer just crack open some mystery shards and use 1 brew and 3 food champions to just level up a level 1 food champion up to 2 stars, right? I can't do that anymore. That's too wasteful of my brews. So, dude, I'm telling you now, hours every night, what I'm doing with my 1-star champions is this. I take my 1-star champions into 12-3 in campaign. I go ahead, I throw 1 super raid battle into these guys. It gets them up to like level 8 or level 9, depending if there's a forge pass going. They get a bit of an experience boost sometimes. Although, to be fair, that's on the main account, you know, where you get the experience boost on the gold track. So they go up to level 8. After the first battle, I hit on edit team, I disable the super raid, and then I do 1 more battle like this. And dude, it's just doing this hundreds of times to get my 1-star food champions up to 2 stars during a champ training event. This is where the gems go, man. It's monotonous. It takes hours, right? I know what to tell you. I'm just not going to put this kind of thing on the YouTube videos to be like, see, I'm doing it manually. It's a boring video. People are not going to watch this. You know what I'm saying? But this is the kind of work that goes in sort of behind the scenes during champ training. And I'm saving my brews then. Instead of leveling up 1-star food champions with the brews, I'm saving the brews to throw brews into the likes of 4-star food champions, where I can throw like 3 brews into this next right here and get 50 tournament points just from doing that. And so it's just a lot of work in campaign, it's a lot of work in the tavern, and yeah. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is, on this free-to-play account, and this is tough to do as a beginner, it is difficult to do when you're just getting started in Raid, I'm planning about a month and a half in advance in terms of what fusions I'm doing. I'm skipping the current fusion. I could have done this Crowcat fusion, but I don't have Packmaster, and I know that there is a, so like the current ongoing fusion champion is Crowcat. I've been getting some fragments from just doing random events here and there, champ training, that kind of thing, but I don't have the Packmaster to pair up with this Hound champion. Now, there is going to be a guaranteed event after the Crowcat fusion is done to get your hands on Packmaster, but let's be real. It's probably going to be some kind of Hero's Path, or maybe a guaranteed Legendary Deck of Fate event that's going to require me to pull like 17 Sacred Shards. I don't have 17 Sacred Shards, okay? It might require Immortal or Eternal Soulstones. Probably about 35 or 40 of them. Maybe more. I got 13. Okay, I'm not getting the Packmaster. This fusion was a very, very easy decision for me to skip on this Fragment Summit event for Crowcat. I'm planning a month and a half in advance to do next month's fusion, okay? That's why I'm more than happy to pull my Void Shards, which I'm going to be doing very, very soon. Maybe even tomorrow or the day after on the free-to-play account when the 2x event for Void Shards goes up. But I already know, because I've got a good idea of like the shard pulling schedules inside of Raid. I'm very, very confident that Ancient Shards are going to be the, there's going to be a 2x on Ancient Shards during next month's Fusions Champion Chase. So if I can just save up like 50 or 60 Ancient Shards before next month starts, I'm good. I'm going to have enough shards to get through next month's fusion, because by then I'm going to have like 5 or 6 sacred shards saved up on the account, and I should be able to have enough time to save up the ancient shards as well for next month's fusion also. So I'm preparing a month and a half ahead of time, dude. I'm planning with my shards so far in advance. And similarly, I'm also going to be, like, after this champ training, I'm going to do nothing but save up all my brews so that I'm ready for an upcoming, you know, champ training event and stuff for the fusion next month as well. I mean, unless I absolutely have to spend these brews, again, to max out like another champion training tournament to get another legendary tome, that would be like an exception to the rule. I'm also going to be saving up my potions and making sure that I'm going into next month with about 25 superior potions of every single type. So I need to catch up on my void potions a little bit so that I'm ready for what's going to be the fusion event of next month. And you best believe I'm going to be giving my all as well to save up a crap load of food champions in my reserve vault to just nice and easily get through the fusion event coming up next month. I'm just planning way ahead. Why? Because if a fusion champion comes along like Thorlin Foulbeard, the kind of legendary that you focus all your legendary bucks on because he makes such a big difference on an early game account, and it's just a monster that you're going to be using for a long time on your raid account, I need to be there for that fusion, right? I can't miss these opportunities. And so yeah, planning ahead for fusions really, really paying off big time on this free-to-play. So that's never miss an opportunity to get legendary skill tomes. Same thing with primal shards as well. If you can ever pick up primal shards during events, that's like another sub-rule. Really going all in on events that give you key resources. That's rule number 1, and I'm following that rule right now as well with the Gear Ascension tournament. I really, really like the look of the champion summon pool right now going on in the game, so I'm going to grind this Gear Ascension tournament, even if it takes me like 600 gems to get this done or something. I'm going to get it done so I get 1 shard pull on this free-to-play account. And yeah, I mean, that's all this rule number 1. Rule number 2 was just planning ahead for fusions. Rule number 3 is knowing what champions to build next on the account, bro. This is something that's really tough, again, as a beginner player, but as I've kind of leveled up as a raid player over time, and my knowledge is just way better than what it was when I was like 3 months into the game, like a year and a half ago, I know now with almost a certainty exactly what kind of champions I need to build for a certain phase of the game. For example, Mr. C's, right? This is a champion that people crapped on a little bit in the comments. Not everybody. Some people are like big fans of C's and really like him as well. I really like him too. Some people crapped on him a little bit. His reviews would not suggest that this is a good champion. But there's a reason that his reviews are a little bit dented, you know, a little bit battered. And that's because I believe he was actually a login reward fragment champion for a little while in like the olden days of Raid. And so people crapped on him a little bit because usually you would get your Cs, but it would be very, very late on in your account. And so people kind of crapped on him a little bit in the reviews. And there's a little bit of carryover from that, even since the reviews were reset in the game. He's a solid champion, man. I needed a 10-meter controller on my account. I needed a champion that was going to help me progress into stage 20 Fire Knight. Lo and behold, since maxing up my Cs, I'm now farming stage 20 Fire Knight. You know, I'm on my way to beating that dungeon because I built this guy. Triple hitter on his A2 that fills his 10 meter by 10% on each hit, so 30% 10 meter fill on this triple hitter. A triple hitter is great for breaking through the Fire Knight's shield stacks, and then he brings a 15% 10 meter steal at the end of C's turn, every turn, and it doesn't require accuracy. So I built a nice and fast C's with like decent damage, mostly just high speeds on the C's, and he's a great 10-meter controller, right? I just went against the grain a little bit and against what a new player might look at these reviews and think, oh god, that doesn't seem very good. I might use him in faction wars, I might just put him in the vault. I don't really know what to do with this guy. But because I've been playing the game for a while, I'm at a spot where I can identify like, oh my god, this champion could really, really help me out. It fills a gap in my roster. Same thing as well with being very, very mindful of fusion component champions. So even if next month's fusion rolls along, okay, and you don't have, maybe you've got like 2 sacred shards in your account or something, and there's just no way that you can get through next month's fusion and grab the legendary champion from the fusion. Keep an eye out, man, for the rare and the epic champions that can show up during a fusion as like the fusion component champions, like good old Gom Yellowhand right here. This was another champion I spotted on the free-to-play. I wasn't going to do the fusion for this guy, but I spotted this guy. I was like, bro, I really, really need a champion. Like, I've got champions like Supreme Gallic, who places like an AoE HP burn and decreased speed debuffs. That's pretty good. I've got like decreased defense champions, good AoE nukers against waves of enemies, increased speed champions, not a problem on this account as well. Doing great. What I lack is wave controllers, champions that can decrease enemy 10 meter against a group of enemies, champions that can stun a group of enemies or provoke a group of enemies, and just buy us time against waves. Gom Yellowhand, I saw this guy, I was like, bro, I am getting this guy on the free-to-play account, man. Attack all enemies on his A3, 310 cooldown, decrease the 10 meter of all enemies by 15%, and then a 75% land rate stun on all enemies for a 10. That's really good. Like, that's bloody good for an epic champion, man. He's also Void Affinity as well, so he doesn't risk, like, weak hitting into certain enemies, right? He's always going to have that 75% chance of placing that stun. And he brings an increased speed buff and a continuous heal on his A2. I was like, that's it. Like, this guy is a must-get on the free-to-play account. He checks all the boxes. He checks a lot of boxes that I'm missing on my account. And now, lo and behold, this guy is actually a key member of my Fire Knight team of all things, because he brings the increased speed. He even brings a double hitter A1 as well, which I also didn't mention. He brings a double hitter A1, which is really helpful against Fire Knight 2. And yeah, that wave control and the 10 meter decrease. This A3 is great against the waves and is pretty good against the boss as well. And so he's found his way into my stage 20 Fire Knight team. And I'm going to be using that guy in Faction Wars kind of forever, you know. He's one of those forever champions, one of those forever epics. Now, all of this being said, man, that was rule number 3. Just know what champions to build next, and I upload almost like a bi-weekly kind of video, so once every couple of weeks I'll upload a video. who to max next, you know, which is just a video series that's completely focused on knowing what champions to build next on your account. And I review a few people's accounts, and it's almost like a soft communal account takeover kind of video. So if you're struggling with what champions to build next on your account, give those videos a watch, man. They're sometimes called like "Don't Level Crap" or something like that as well, which is a little bit of a triggering title, but there you go. All of this being said, I don't think my free-to-play account is that impressive. I don't think that it warranted that account. That comment from Mr. Matthew. I'm not picking up my Abada yet. This account is entering its 5th month right now. I'm almost going to get Seal of the Drakes before I get my Abada, which isn't great Abada timing. On the one hand, I think I've done a pretty good job with knowing what champions to build next, using Seeker as like a arena 10-meter booster as well as a Hydra provoker has been really great. The Seas we've already touched on is doing solid. Fenax is now starting to get value on the account in my Ice Golem team, and I even use him into Chimera because he brings decreased speed and decreased defense and block buffs all in his kit as well as bringing like decent damage, so I'm starting to get some good value out of him. Champions that I should have built by now, I've got the 5-star soul for Lemonisi. I should be building this champion by now. Same thing with Urex Ator. I feel like I've waited way too long to build this guy, you know, so I feel like I've made some mistakes along the way, right? I've made some questionable decisions, and more than anything, just in terms of the amount of level 60s on the account. For 5 months in, I should probably be doing a little bit better than this, to be fair. While, you know, people were joking in the comments of that free-to-play account video, and somebody actually replied to Matthew's comment saying, "COB just doesn't sleep, man, that's the problem," you know. Okay, that's, like, a little bit, but not that much, you know. There is still a multitude of ways I could have been more efficient on this free-to-play account, man. But still, those are the 3 main things that I'm doing different on this free-to-play account compared to other free-to-play ventures that I've done in the past, man. And you know, so hopefully some of them are helpful for your guys and for your free-to-play account progression as well. Hey man, if you're looking to play along with me, by the way, in this free-to-play adventure, this eternal free-to-play adventure, then go ahead and create your new raid account today, man, using the beginner promo link that you can always find down below this video. At the top of the video description box, man, it jumps out that new raid account with Basilius Uranus as your starter legendary and all the other free stuff that you see on screen right now. Just make sure to use that link on laptop or on PC, else it will not work. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of y'all, especially Matthew, just a tad bit later, man.